Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we're in Bristol, New Hampshire, fishing Newfound Lake. Now this lake is crystal clear. It's super deep, 150, 160 feet I think is the deepest. Might even go deeper than that. But it's notorious for pup or hammer handle style lake trout. So they are super small in that 20 inches and under range. And actually Fishing Game has actually put a lower limit, length limit of 15 inches on these fish. So we're actually going to keep a couple today and bring them home and do a catch and cook. It's the very end of the season, temperatures are dropping, and lake trout get super colored up, so they're super pretty this time of year. Let's see if we can jig some up. Oh, I just saw some smelt got eaten right over there. So right now we're chilling on a ledge. It starts at 0 feet deep and goes down to like almost 100 or something like that. And it was really productive the other day. I don't know if it's going to be productive today. Every time I try to do like a catch and cook or something like that, something goes wrong. Even if I come back the next day, it's just, everything's completely changed. Like today there's no wind. That affects fishing. So what I want to show you guys with the hat cam here, it's hard to see, but so that right there is all these right here are all schools of smelt, one shape or form or another. That's just the sonar image down the bottom there. That's all these specks in the water column are food for lake trout. Oh, he's hot too. He came out of nowhere. Putting a little shiner tail on this thing. Seeing if it helps. Fish are definitely doing some weird stuff today since the water's flat. They're bouncing all around, and I'm seeing fish rise around me as well, which is not unnormal. You just can't see it when there's wind. All right, we're gonna go track a fish down. I've seen quite a few in that direction and that direction, so we're gonna go see if we can track them down here. Without any wind, there's no reason not to. A lot of times I'll just wait for them to come in because it's too windy and it's hard to move around and get relocated again. But I got 2 over here chasing bait. 3 over here chasing bait. There's 3 of them. There's no way I don't get smoked on one of these fish. I don't know how long he's been on there, but he's been on there for a while. I lift it up and I'm like, that feels weird. And there we go. First fish of the day. It took a little while, but we got one. First little cold guy of the day. Look at that. So they get more orange and colored up, kind of like brook trout in the fall. They're in the same family, and those white tip fins are just absolutely gorgeous. Going right back in. So I always try to release at least just that first fish. It's kind of a good karma thing. If I was obviously doing a survival challenge or an actual survival situation, I would not be releasing that fish. That one is within the length limit. And if you guys love videos like this and want to continue to support the channel, visit bennetfishing.company.site where you can buy the Winnie kit. We call it the Winnie kit because I designed it for Winnipesaukee. It is smelt-based, small profile baits and jigs. So we're talking about this size little guy. This is a 2-inch, we call it a pin smelt, but it's actually glow in the dark. Glow chartreuse. And then we now have available 0.2 ounces, 1/4 ounce, and then now we're using 3/8 of an ounce. So plenty of option for you guys to choose from. I got multiple Lakers on me right now. Got him. This is a lot heavier duty rod. There's a little eater right there. Hopefully he's of size. He is just under 18 inches, so we're gonna bleed him out and keep him. So what I've done to dispatch that fish is, one, cut the gill plates underneath, and like this little piece right here, if you want to call it that, like on their face underneath. I'm not going to show YouTube that because they get all upset about it. And the other thing I've done is I've taken my sharp scissors and stabbed basically the top of the head to completely kill them, because he's in the back of my boat on my like gunnel area, and they have a tendency to flop out of there if they're still half alive. So I want to make sure I put them completely out. And then it's not very warm out today, but what I will do is I'll hang them off the side on a stringer just to keep them cool. I do have a live well, but I don't feel like slamming it up right now with fish. So what we can do is we can gut that fish right now, cool them down even more. But one of the things that people don't realize is you have to bleed your fish out to make them taste less fishy. So all of that blood has like that fish scent in it. So we gotta get all that out of there. So it's bleeding out right now. Got a laker coming right now, and I'm still, like I said in one of my last videos, I'm intercepting fish coming from the deep water up to shallow to feed. They are just not in a chasing mood today, which is driving me nuts. So we did catch a few. Let's go back to the grill and show you guys how to cook a lake trout. So all I've done is gutted and deheaded the fish, lake trout. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put on indirect heat. So I'm gonna start the left hand side of my grill and wrap this up and cook it until the skin is kind of flaking off. There's no seasoning, no butter, no nothing on there. It's going to cook in its own juices. About 20 minutes, so the grill's off. But look at all that fat and juices that are in there. And so we want this to be kind of fork tender, so we can just pull back that skin. We're not looking for crispy skin or anything like that. And we want it to cool down, and I'll show you what to do with it next. What you want to do is get one of these bowls. I'll leave a link for this below. And don't let the lake trout cool all the way. And you just want to take that fork and pull those pieces right off and put it in this special bowl. Don't include the fins. Kind of cut it up a little bit, let that cool off, and then you can also get right in here, that top piece there. Ooh, that's hot. Kind of spread that around. So the reason we have the special bowl is because he's a Labrador and he eats too fast. So this is a slow eating bowl. All right, eat. Come on, eat. And he absolutely loves lake trout, and I do not. I've cooked it, I've smoked it. I'm just not a big fish eating fan. But he absolutely loves it. This is Copper. He's just about to turn 7 years old. And there's nothing better than spoiling your dog with some fresh fish. So, if you guys like what you've seen in the video, make sure you click here or here. I have how to jig for lake trout videos. I have some vlog style videos, and I will see you on one of those next videos. And at some point, I'll actually do like a smoked lake trout video, probably this winter. He's the bestest boy ever. Aren't you, buddy? It's so hard to get all those pieces out of there.